Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is Puneet Khatri and finally I'm so excited of rolling out a new video on this channel. I know it's been a while that I've launched a video on this channel, but there have been a lot of different things that we were working upon in the background and a lot of things that I'll keep sharing as we keep moving forward with me sharing my journey and sharing more videos on this channel moving forward. So well, as you would have already read the title for today, you would know that Valentine's Day is approaching, Valentine's week is approaching, and one of our client store wanted to focus on Valentine's Day hampers and just try to cash out upon the opportunity for Valentine's Day, because love is blind, so why not cash out on this opportunity, right? So that's what we focused upon. We built up a Valentine's Day hamper that we wanted to sell across pan India. Actually, we tried to scale up the store as much as we could because we knew we had a very limited time frame. The main issue or the major concern here with these time-based deliveries is that if someone is not receiving their package on that particular day or by the given time that they should be receiving, we would start getting a lot of RTOs and people would start rejecting the packages, and all of that would lead to higher returns and again drop in the sales as well, right? So we had to take that into account. So I'm going to walk you through the whole process, the whole journey of how did I help the store and take the store from zero to all the way up till $1,750 per day. We did a highest single day revenue of 1,47,000 rupees, and when you convert that into USD or like US dollars, you would land up on the figure that's 1,750 per day. Yes, and let me tell you guys, if you make sure that the store makes 1,750 a day throughout the whole month, that adds up to more than $50,000 every single month, right? So that's quite exciting. Those numbers look very fascinating and very exciting, but what happens behind the curtains is what you really should be focusing upon rather than just those screenshots and the numbers that you see on the front end. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Let me jump straight onto my computer where I'm going to walk you through the strategy that we used, the way that we started testing the store, and the way that we used the methods that we used to scale all the way from 0 to 1,750 a day, or you can say 0 to 1,47,000 rupees per day in revenue. And before we move forward, I just want to mention thank you so much for all of your support, guys. We have surpassed 6,000 subscribers on this channel already. My race is to the first target, that's going to be 10,000 subscribers. We're going to soon make it. I'm not worried about it, but I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your love that you keep following and sharing the content that I keep posting on this channel, and I'm really happy that you're enjoying the content. So let's not waste any further time and jump straight onto my computer where we're going to learn more about how did I scale this store from 0 to $1,750 per day in revenue. So let's get straight into this. Alright, so guys, now I am on my computer. Let's quickly jump on to my Shopify dashboard and let me show you the total sales first, and then we'll move on towards the ads manager. So let me quickly refresh this page here. So you can see these numbers are not edited, these are not screenshots, these are legitimate real numbers. Once again, I'll refresh the store once more for you guys. And boom, yeah, there we go. So the dates that we started these campaigns were for 16 long days. So today is 8th of Feb, that's when we are recording this video, and today morning is when we had shut all the ads for this particular store. Now let's count the number of days. The first day when we started the ads, that was on 24th of January, and today is 8th, so almost 16 days I would say. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16, but not really complete 16 days. But if you go on the date wise, I would say 16 days, but yeah, I would count it as 2 weeks. So within 2 weeks we generated a total revenue of 8,07,117 rupees. We had 16,000 store sessions. We had a small return customer ratio as well. But the most exciting part is the conversion rate here. As you can see, we had 2.94% conversion rate. If I talk about add to cart ratio, 8%, 8.4%, and then 3% conversion rate. So this is something that does happen. So, but I would tell you one more thing is 8% add to cart rate is really, really nice, because this happens mainly with the right combination and right connect between the product that you're selling and the right target market that you are generating as traffic and visitors on your store. So that's when you get these type of numbers, 2.94%. I was really happy with this. I was not really much worried about it. Now the average price of this product that we were selling at was 2,499, but there were a few other small ticket products that we were also adding, so that's why the average stands at 1,712, but overall it was 24.99, the main product that we were trying to sell. Now let's jump straight into the ad account so I can compare things for you and show you how much have we really spent in order to generate that revenue. Let me update the dates from 24th till 8th. Let's update this. Awesome. All right. So in total, we had spent $1462. Now let me open up calculator quickly just so that I can give you numbers. So actually we were using an agency ad account, so we don't face any ban and such related issues. 1462 into, I would just say 87 because of the USDT transfer and everything. So we spent close to 1,27,194 rupees. So I'll just round figure it to 127 for easy calculations. So we generated a revenue of 8,07,000 divided by 127,000. All right. So overall ROAS that we were able to generate on the store stands at 6.35x. So for every 1 rupee that we invested on the ads, we got back 6.35 rupees back in terms of revenue. Well, this was including a lot of testing and including a lot of different ads that we were running as well. So let me quickly focus on the main ads that I want to show you. So these are the main campaigns, and I'll go to the ad set level right now and I'll show you the ROAS that was generated by a few of these ad sets. It was phenomenal. I mean, like, I really loved the performance that I was getting over here, right? Just look at these ROAS that Facebook has tracked, right? 10, 9.8, 8. So like there were a lot of winning audiences and there were also a lot of not so winning audiences. But I would still say that the major proportion of audiences were acting as a winner for us, and that was the main part, right? Because if people are buying, people are loving the offer, people are loving the combination, why wouldn't they go ahead and buy this product, right? So that's where it stands. There were a few different ads that we were also running, but these are the main ads that I wanted to focus upon because these were related to the Valentine's Day hamper. Others had some upsells and other related products as well that we had active on the store. So what exactly did we do? First of all, let me walk you through that. Let me go back. All right, so these are the main 4 campaigns that we were focusing upon, and these are the main 4 campaigns that we wanted to work upon. So very first campaign was Valentine's Day hamper. What we did was we created a ABO campaign wherein we wanted to give each of these audiences authority to test. Now what I was doing was we created 4 audiences here. So what we were spending on first day was $20. It did not spend the whole amount, but that's okay, fair enough. But we got some good numbers, we got some good ideas. I mean, like the CPM was looking good, the CPC was looking good, and the CTR on the ads was also looking good. Now the good part here was as we were generating traffic at the same time, the very first day we started seeing some good add to carts and no purchases at the end of the day, but still that was fair enough, right? People are adding the product to the cart. The first day I'm not expecting any magics to happen. And then we went on the next day, and that's when we started kicking in some purchases. So we got 6 purchases for again $20 budget that we were spending over here. So now we knew that something's working. And if I talk about the ROAS, we generated an overall ROAS of 9 on this particular day. So that was really good. Now let's move forward on 27th, my bad. So again on this day the sales started kicking in, the audiences started performing better. As you can see, this audience was not performing that well, but then $1.67 per purchase, that's really good. The top one, the first audience, was also doing really well. You can see we generated like a 20x ROAS on this one and 19x on this one. That looks good. Then we went on 28th, the next day. Again we started increasing the budget a little bit on this day, so we spent an overall of $22. And by this time I think we started we did not start any of those other campaigns as well. We started just spending on this particular campaign and try to see how consistent this was. Then this 29th, again good ROAS, fair enough, but there was some dip here, but that was fair enough, not a problem. We didn't make any changes, we just were looking at the similar budget that we wanted to spend to build up some consistency over here. 30th is when we saw that the ads have started performing consistently and we were seeing better response on the ads. The CPM was still looking good, and if I show you the overall response from 24th till 30th, we spent around $120 on testing. We generated 30 sales, and overall ROAS was at 7.8x. So that's pretty good, because the break even stands at 2.5. So 7.8 is very profitable for my client. Now this was the day when we decided we wanted to scale up. Now how exactly did we scale up? So we started launching new ads. Now this was Valentine's Day hamper scaling. This is when we launched this ad on 31st. Now this was a CBO ad. All right, let me go back to maximum. This was a CBO ad because the thing was here, At this point, I knew that all of these audiences from here, from this original campaign, 4 of these audiences are working well. Now I started increasing budget over here, but I wanted to scale aggressively at this point, right? Because I did not have a lot of time. I hardly had, like, I'd already spent 5 to 6 days in testing and building up consistency. So now I had to focus mainly on aggressive scaling or vertical scaling, what you can call. So I started with a $50 CBO on this one and put all of these same ad sets, exactly the same, just duplicated the whole campaign and put it under a CBO rather than an ABO, give it a $50 budget and started spending money on this one. On 31st is when this started spending. Here you can see first day, actually this was started late, so $25 is what he had spent on this one. But we knew out of the 4 audiences, again, 1 is working and 2 still brought in purchases, but not at a very attractive pricing, right? The next day is 1st of Feb then. Now this is the day when we started building up some consistency. So like this audience started performing better and the second one also performing better. But then what we saw was that the cost per purchase was a bit higher. Now when you're scaling ads, what you have to focus upon is the cost. When you start scaling, you're not looking for testing. So you have no room for error. If something's not working, it's not working. If something's working, it's working. It's as simple as that once you start scaling. Because at this point, you're not testing anything, all right? So overall, we spent $91. This is one more campaign that I had launched on 1st of Feb. As you can see, 1st Feb is when we launched this campaign. I'll come back to later. But then over here, as you can see, 2 of these campaigns started generating $18 purchases on the single day. 2 audiences doing pretty good, and other 3 audiences were fair enough, all right? So this is what we wanted to focus upon. And then as this was working, we started scaling the budget on these individual ad sets as well. Now what you do not want to do is when you're scaling ads, if something's working, you don't want to hamper it. All you want to do is just increase the budget. Now there are 2 ways of increasing budget. First is aggressively scale by adding I would say 10x budget, or just increase 20% budget on this one ideally. So what I preferred to do was increase 20% budget on this one, which is why you would see they were still have the budget of $25. And then alongside I had this campaign and this second campaign launched, which was also spending fairly. So now let's go to the 2nd of Feb. Now here you can see $30, $50, $50, $126 is what we had spent. We had 29 orders and coming in at average cost of 6.55. Now what I was doing here, or what I actually did, was the original campaign that we had launched, it had multiple audiences. So even one single ad set would have related audiences and related interests in it, which would add up to maximum 4 interests per audience. Now what we did was we separated each one of it. So we put all of those individual audiences that were working better, or like comparatively better, I would say, and give it under CBO again, and put it all under one single CBO and gave it a budget of $50 again and started spending on this one. So now I knew exactly which audience is working better for me, because here, as you can see, gift card and online shopping for men is what brought in some really good numbers, and then gift basket also brought in some really good numbers. Now let's move forward to 3rd of Feb. We again saw a little bit better response on this day. So in total, we spent like $100 on just these ads. And now this day, the revenue was like, the ROAS was standing at 8.3. So now all these 3 campaigns started performing better for me, right? So they were doing much better at this day. So I again started focusing on building up that consistency and scaling these ads up from there. So not a lot of things that we were doing here. So one day what also happened was the ad budget got exhausted, so which is why we had to wait for like half a day, I would say, almost more than half a day, 10 to 12 hours, wherein the ads were not running at all right? So if I do a combination of like the whole spend for this particular month, you would see like the major budget was spent on these 2, I would say fairly, but yeah, major budget was divided between all of these 3 campaigns, because this is the campaign that was performing well as per the initial test. This was the scaling campaign, that's 18 number campaign, and the 19 number campaign was also a scaling campaign. We also tried some retargeting ads, but as retargeting ad was not very fruitful for us, what we did was we shut that immediately, because $10 a purchase compared to $1.52 a purchase, that was a little bit painful at that point. So what we did was we immediately shut retargeting, and then we started focusing aggressively on direct targeting, because that was bringing in some better response for us. If I talk about the last 3 days, so this is when we did the highest revenue actually, and we surpassed 1 lakh rupees per day in revenue as well. That's when we spent like 3 days, $500, very aggressive scaling. All of the prices went down. If I go on to the ad set level, I'll show you that the cost per purchase was significantly low on few of the ad sets. Right there, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 3, 3.4, and you see the number of odd sales that these started bringing in these audiences, and see the overall ROAS. 8.48 is the overall ROAS, man. Just see the audiences, how are they performing. When all of this is performing that great, all you want to do is just keep pumping extra cash, right? Now let me quickly jump on to my dashboard and let me show you the revenue for yesterday. So like 7th is when we did the highest single day revenue, that was 1,46,000, and again the conversion rate bumped up a little bit, 3.5%. And a day before that we did pretty close to 1 lakh, yeah, 1,08,000. And a day before that, that was on 5th, we did 1,27,000 in revenue. So 3 days brought in the major sales for us. This is how we were aggressively scaling. So total out of like that 8 lakh chunk of revenue, almost 50%, like I would say 3,80,000 came in just 3 days. All right, so if I were to compare this 3,80,000 compared with the total ad spend, $500, 500 into 87, 43,500. So 3,80,000 divided by 43,500, that's 8.73 just in 3 days. This is the highest revenue that we were generating on the store. And then we decided that, oh, okay, this is fair enough, but now we can't really deliver our packages on time, and that would lead to a lot of RTO. So today we shut the ads in the morning, and we had already done 24,000, like 25,000, almost 25,000 in revenue when we were shut the ads in the morning. That was close to, I guess, 9:30 a.m. today. But yeah, again, all of it coming together very, very well. And this is how we were able to scale this whole store to 8 lakhs in revenue in just 2 weeks. And out of that, just like the 50% revenue came in for like 3 days. So that was much more exciting and fruitful for me. But yeah, this is just one of the examples wherein people say that the dropshipping is dead. People say that e-commerce is dead. It doesn't work. Facebook ads are dead. But yeah, right there, guys, you have live example here. Nothing is dead. Your mentality needs to change. Your mindset needs to change, and you need to adapt based on the way the systems are changing in today's world. So I think, yeah, that should be fruitful for you. So again, I would just sum up the summary. First, launch a campaign with different types of interest that you're targeting. Launch it on ABO, let it spend for 3 to 4 days. You build up consistency, you see the response, then you convert all of the working audiences into a new campaign, put it together under a CBO, give it a higher budget. I would say, like, if you're normally spending like $5-10 per ad set, you could easily go for like $40-50 per day CBO. Just let it run for the very first day, and in the first day itself, if you're not seeing good response, just shut it, because you know then these ads are not worth scaling, because then you would end up spending a lot of money, and that's not what you really want to do. And when you aggressively want to scale ads, what you do is just find the pure winners, put them together on CBO campaign, and launch that with even higher budget. When all of this is working, put all of those interests in an individual ad set. So what I prefer is, ideally I would want one interest per ad set, but then sometimes, you know, you want to test a lot of things, you don't have enough budget for it. Then what you do is combine maximum 4 interests that are related and put them all together in one single ad set, and then launch the ads accordingly. So maybe you could, you know, with 4 interests, 4 audiences and 4 ad sets, you could test close to 15 to 16 interests. So that's how you would want to work on that. Keep working, keep testing, and do not give up on that. Keep testing the way people are responding. Keep looking closely on the numbers. The close indicators that I look at is CPM, just to see how people are reacting with my content, the message that we are rolling out, the ads that we have rolled out. See how they are clicking, how many clicks you're getting, what's the CTR that you're able to generate. And at the end of the day, you would still be able to see how things are working. And keep working on a daily basis, guys. Keep working on the ads on daily basis. Keep optimizing the ads on daily basis, and you will be able to generate the results that we are talking about right now. Alright, so guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, because this was a video wherein we walked you through step-by-step process and methods and strategies that we implemented to achieve 1,47,000 rupees per day in revenue for the store. All of this happened very quickly in just 2 weeks of time frame. I hope that was a fun learning process for you to understand what happens really behind the curtains and how are these big numbers achievable. After watching this video, I truly think it would not be difficult for you guys to achieve these numbers, or I think you would have gotten a better idea about how you could also revamp the system on your stores and achieve these numbers. Let me know in the comments down below, what exactly do you think about the whole process that I just shared with you guys. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts, and what is your take upon everything that we just... I would really want to know more about it, learn more about what you guys are thinking about it, and what are the questions that you might have related to it after watching all of the video. So comment down below, let me know. I'm replying to all of your questions, and I'll be loving to answer them as well. Apart from this, guys, guys, if there is anything else that you would want me to record as a video on this channel, feel free to comment down below. Let me know in the comment sections. I'm actually going through each one of your comments every single day and make sure that I answer them on time. And if there is something else that you want me to record a video about, I'll make sure that I do that as well. Feel free to go ahead and click on the below subscribe button if you really enjoyed the video and you want to support me and my team to keep producing such content regularly. And apart from this, if you have someone that you would want to share this video with, feel free to do that as well. And that's about it. I'll catch you guys later in the next one. Peace.